Hello, how are you, Samantha? Thank you for coming
I'm
in today.
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks for asking. What would you like to do with our session and our time together tonight?
Hmm. I would like to find ways of relaxing and finding relaxation between school, work, internship, and family life.
Yeah, that's rough, balancing all those life roles, so I can definitely see how important it is for you to complete this today. Would you mind answering a question for me based on that? Okay.
Yeah, no
So
problem.
I'm gonna ask a scaling question. Have you heard of those?
I have, yes.
Okay, perfect. So on a scale of 0 to 10, where 10 is, you're handling everything, you have all the skills that you could possibly have, to 0 is you're just absolutely stuck. Where would you place yourself? Where are you at?
Hmm, I would say I'm at a 3.
Okay, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that score. Um, a 3 is telling me that you're still doing something that's helping you cope. But what would keep you from rating you at a 0? What places you at that 3 compared to 0?
Mm. Well, I have, my schoolwork is up to date, so I make sure that, you know, so that's something off of my mind, which kind of relaxes me because it's like a burden that I don't have to worry about. I do try to do my arts and crafts, which definitely recycle my brain. Um, and
Um,
I try to make intentional time to spend, especially with my boyfriend, because we don't get to see each other a lot. So, but it doesn't. Of course, it's at like 10:30 at night when I get home from work, and we gotta go to bed. So it's
a little short
not
lived,
for
huh?
long. Yeah.
Right. No, those are all great. Those are amazing. Even when it's hard, you're still able to show up. You're still showing up. So that says a lot about your resilience and your strength in your life roles, all these many varieties that you have shared with me. So is it okay if I ask you another question?
Sure.
Okay. It'll be a little bit unusual if that's okay.
That's okay.
All right.
I'm
So
unusual.
imagine tonight. That's good. Imagine tonight while you're sleeping, a miracle happens to you.
Okay.
All the stress, the overwhelming, the burnout, it's all gone and you're relaxed.
Hmm.
But you don't know what miracle had happened. So
Hmm.
when you wake up tomorrow, what's the first thing that you notice that is going to be different for you in that relaxed kind of Buddha state?
Hmm. I would be able to wake up and have the morning to spend with my family, cooking breakfast together, having breakfast together, because they calm me down and they relax me and I love spending time with them. And I would just feel a lightness, you know,
Kind of in the air, in your body, in your
a lightness in
mind.
my a lightness in my body. I feel
Okay.
with all the roles that I juggle, it's a heavy backpack that I have to wear and carry around.
Mm-hmm.
Pull out what I need when I need it. And so if the miracle happened and I was relaxed, I would just be with my family and I would not have that heavy, carrying around all that heavy stuff.
I love that. I love that you say you would make breakfast with them. Is there something in
Mm.
particular that you're thinking of right now that you would make with them?
Well, on the weekends when I don't have to work or do the internship, we make breakfast together. We make a variety of things. Every breakfast we make includes bacon. We love bacon. And then
Yeah.
depending on our mood, we can make anything from French toast to homemade waffles, pancakes. We try to stay away from just plain old eggs because we eat those all week. But
Okay.
yeah, we try to treat ourselves with like French toast, waffles, or pancakes.
I love that. That's a good weekend
It's
breakfast.
yeah, comfort food for sure, for sure.
Right? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking in
Yeah,
my mind right now.
yeah.
So these two different perspectives that I'm hearing from you, it's a big, powerful shift. So what else would be different in your day? So that's breakfast. As we continue on with your day, what's that going to look like?
I have a day where I don't have any responsibility in a sense. It might be a day off of work. It might be a break from school. It might be, the office is closed for the internship and I don't have to go in. I spend that time doing things that I enjoy and that bring me peace. Like my diamond painting. I'm big into diamond painting and regular painting and just like I said, spending time with my family and my dog who misses me and I miss my dog. Um,
Mhm.
and it would just be a day where I could do anything I wanted and be with whoever I wanted to be with.
That's a great picture
Yeah,
right there. Um, so
one day.
let's try and get you there. What's one
Right.
small step that you could take within this week that moves you just 1% closer to that miracle day that you described?
Well, even though I have to work this weekend, we still will get up and cook breakfast together and have breakfast as a family. Even the dog has bacon. So, um,
Nice. Everyone gets a little
yeah,
treat.
everybody does. Yeah. So, that will be wonderful. That starts my day.
Kind of having that like just positive attitude going forward for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So continuing with that weekend breakfast tradition is going to be your
Mhm.
one small step for this week. That's a
Yeah.
great start. Um,
Yeah.
Next week, why don't we look towards growing and just kind of adding on to that step?
Sounds
If
good.
that's okay with you, yeah.
Yeah. That sounds good.
So before we leave, I do just want to ask a follow-up question. You had mentioned that this miracle would happen on the weekend, right? And that you're kind of identifying that weekends are a little bit more peaceful and
Mhm.
relaxing for you. So, what is different during the week compared to the weekend that makes that shift from being relaxed to having all these life roles and all these responsibilities?
Well, during the week, my boyfriend and we have different work shifts. So um, I work evenings, he works days. And so um, I don't really get to spend that much time with him. Like I said, I get out at 10:30. By the time I get home, we like talk for 5 minutes and then we got to sleep and get up at 5 the next day. So I get up at 5 o'clock with him, and so we honestly, him and I make breakfast every day together because I'm up at 5 with him and we do talk on the phone on his way to work. But
Good.
it still doesn't seem like enough time, you know,
Mm-hmm.
compared
Okay.
to when I was working days. So,
Mm-hmm. Right.
um, when I'm not around him for long periods of time, um, I feel more stressed and, yeah. And then
It's
when,
funny that you mentioned that.
yeah.
I was gonna say it's almost in my understanding of what you're sharing is that he seems like this sense of peace and relaxation to you and is a
Yeah.
big support person for you. So I was
Yeah.
almost thinking that maybe since you do the breakfast every
Mhm.
day
Mhm.
usually and that's the tradition on the weekends that
Mhm.
maybe a small step this week is trying to have some communication during the week, even though you do have those shifts. If you're able to send some texts, or maybe you guys are able to have a
Yeah,
short phone call, perhaps, maybe that would
yeah,
be a good small step to bring that relaxation and peace into your different life
yeah.
roles during the week.
Yeah, that's true. We could do a little bit more texting. We wouldn't be able to call each other because
Okay.
he's cool, but yeah, I could definitely try to do more texting. Um, I don't, I text him a little bit, but then I tend to, because I know he's busy, I tend not to, but I could always
Okay.
send him a message and then he can just respond when he can respond. So yeah, that's
Absolute.
fine too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it was great to see you, Samantha. I look forward to adding to this step next week and continuing to get you closer to that miracle story and that kind of Buddhist relaxation mantra.
I look forward to it as well.
Awesome. Have a great night.
You too.
Okay.